This is your host Tom, coming to you from 734Games, and today we are playing Prey. Now this is going to be a full-on review of this game. Now I did a video on my old website about this game, but it was sort of an impressions video, PlayStation 4. I played the demo on the PS4, I enjoyed it. Only thing is, when I first started playing, the only flaw I saw with this game is at the beginning, it feels like a ripoff of Deus Ex, System Shock, and Bioshock, and all those other games. But as you get further into the game really starts to set itself apart. And that is one thing. So this is definitely a game that I think you definitely should stick to. Play it past the demo. I mean, it wasn't I never thought that this was a bad game, but this game is actually an excellent game. Now it got Game of the Year, and I don't know if it was that good when it came out, because Hellblade came out the same year. It's just Hellblade did not get a physical release. So, generally games that don't get physical releases don't get rated as high, especially when it comes to Game of the Year award. Beyond any of that, I have nothing bad to say about this game.
Microgravity detected.
Morgan, I had to restrain Igwe several times by punching him. Who knows? I may have killed him. He tried to disable January. If you try to do the same, I can't let you do it. This station is proof of what happens when TranStar conducts operations unchecked. If the research survives, then the crimes here will continue, and these aliens, if even one survives, they'll escape again and again. Alex made his choice.
So basically the footage you're seeing here is footage from near the end of the game, but don't worry. This footage is not footage that's really going to ruin the game for you. I mean, and this is one of those games that is all about the journey. You can basically you can complete this game any way you feel like. This game gives you almost endless amounts of choices. You can go any way you want. There's a bunch of quests. Like, I spent probably close to 50 hours playing this game. And that's with, definitely, I did not play Moon Landing, so that's without Moon Landing. And there are a lot of people there are some people who spent more time than that. And this is just one of those games where you have all these side quests, and you can decide to do as many as you want. I mean, this is definitely, I wouldn't call this an open world game because you're stuck on a space station, but it's pretty close to being an open world game. And if you compare it to, say, Deus Ex, it's a lot bigger than the last two Deus Ex games. Those were good games. I enjoyed both of them, especially that last one. I enjoyed it immensely. I got it for a good price on the PlayStation 4. Good game. I enjoyed that was one game where I even enjoyed the DLC. I don't know if I'm going to get the DLC for this game, and it's nothing against the merits of this game. It's just that this game is so big, and when you see the real ending, you're going to think, do I really need the DLC? As with Deus Ex, it was a lot different. It was like, you kind of wanted more story from after the first one, and, I didn't really pay a lot. So, value-wise, that game was actually a real value because it's actually, it didn't cost a lot to get all the DLC. This one costs a little bit more than that, but the game is definitely worth it. And the leveling tree in this game is excellent. The presentation is excellent. Voice acting, good sound, great audio. There's a lot here to like, and you're going to enjoy it if you pick up this game. This game does not cost a lot of money. And let me tell you, the Metacritic scores for this game are as follows: 80% critic scores, and 82% for critics, and 80% for user reviews. And that's a game that came out in 2017. So it's been out a little while. It came out around, I want to say maybe a little later than Hellblade. But just a really good game. Totally worth your time. And it's held up pretty well. That's pretty good, because usually games, after they're on there for a while on Metacritic, they drop off. And the Steam reviews for it were pretty decent too. This is definitely a game that most people really enjoyed playing and had a lot of fun with. And I would definitely say, if you're into those first-person RPG action games, this is definitely the game for you, because it definitely falls under all those categories. And the graphics on PC are really good. And it's a CryEngine game, but it didn't seem like it was taxing my system heavily. I have a 1060, and I really, the game didn't seem like it ran at 4K just fine, although not at the highest settings. I didn't have trouble with frame rates. basically on Steam, positive reviews are 14,890. Negative reviews are 1,767. So that's what the people say about. That's the word on the street for Prey. Definitely a great game. Full controller support. I didn't try it with my PS4 controller, but it worked great with my Xbox One controller. Just a lot of fun. A lot of areas you to discover. Some really cool enemies. Great presentation. Cool weapons. All that stuff. Just a game that I really enjoyed, and I think that you'll enjoy it too. And then they have, kind of reminded me of Dying Light in this way, that it had like this nightmares that would come after you. They'd be these really big alien monsters, and you'd have to either evade them in a certain amount of time or kill them in a certain amount of time. And that was pretty cool. I mean, everything here is done really well. It's basically you're in the future, and I guess you're on some Chinese corporation has a space station that they're doing these crazy illegal experiments on. And obviously something gets out of hand. They meet up with some alien intelligence. And you'll see with the game, the story will kind of play itself out. It's a good story, and it'll keep you going, and it'll grab you, and you'll just enjoy most of it. I enjoyed it. If you don't have a PC, obviously get it on the PS4. Now, one of the things I probably cheated myself, I didn't try to crank this game up as high as I could to play it. I mean, as far as graphics settings. I mean, this is like, this is probably around medium settings. And obviously I recorded this, using Windows. That proprietary recorder that they have, that you can basically hit the button on your controller and have it record. So this isn't recording, this is the cloud recording this game for me. So this is the footage you're getting. So it's probably not the best. So you're not seeing it through, some of the best capture card. But I think this game still looks good on here. I almost forgot to tell you the price of this game is $29.99 for the regular version, and the deluxe version with Moon Crash is $39.99. I would probably say get the $39.99 version. I got this game before Moon Crash came out, and they added some features to the game, so it's a great game. Definitely get it. If you like watching my videos on if you're watching it on WordPress, hit the star button or the subscribe button. You can subscribe, email, or whatever. And if you're on YouTube, hit the like or subscribe. Or if you don't like the video, hit the thumbs down, whatever. But just check my videos out. I have other videos I do about games. I like talking about indie to mainstream games. And I'm coming to you from 734 Games, where gaming is alive. And I hope you've enjoyed this video of Prey. And like I said, this isn't the very end of the game. The very end of the game shows you basically what's all what's going on here. And I saw two different endings, and you kind of get a feel for the game. Great game. I think I will probably get Moon Crash. Goodbye. That's it.